Hi, Saraswati. Good morning.
Uh, Hi, sir. Good morning.
Hope your day has started well.
Yes.
Yes. What's up today? What is one thing that you are going to do special compared to what you did yesterday?
One thing I would like to do
Yeah.
today, still I have not decided.
Yes.
But as 2 or 3 days ago, we discussed that quotation of Swami Vivekananda,
Yeah.
and from then I have started really talking to ourselves very
Mm-hmm.
seriously. And
Very serious.
even
Mm.
before going to bed,
Yeah.
I always tell my daughter talk
Yeah.
to herself,
Uh-huh.
and I found it really amazing,
Mm-hmm.
and it gives me different type of feeling. I
Right.
can't explain that.
Right, right, right.
Yes,
Also, I think sometimes have you ever come across, because you teach your daughter in the end, at the end of the day, do you ever do an examination of conscience? When you talk to yourself, do you also ask yourself, hey, what did I do well today? what
yes.
what could I have done better today? And something
Just
like
I
that, no?
have started. Before that, I
Uh-huh.
was
Uh-huh.
talking to myself, but not as I have started.
Mm-hmm.
But these days, 2 or 3 days ago only, I
Mm-hmm.
just started to talk myself what one thing I did best in the
Ah,
entire day,
mm,
and what I can do better,
mm.
or
Yeah,
so many
yeah.
things I started talking with myself.
I think you should remember this acronym, WWW. What is that? What is the full
WWW.
form of this acronym? What is the full form of this acronym? It simply means what went well
What went well?
today.
Yes, yes, you told
W
me.
W W.
Yes,
What went well.
well, yes.
And EBI.
EBI.
Another one is EBI. Can you give me the full form of this acronym? I think this day is
EBI.
going to begin with acronyms today. Yes. Give me the
EBI.
full form of this EBI, an acronym. In the context of acronyms, WWW, what went well. EBI, when you ask yourself, say, after you complete a particular project, after you complete an assignment, you should always have these two. Number one, WWW. Okay, what went well? EBI, even better if.
Oh,
What
even
could have I done? Even better if.
if.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah. So now, does it become very meaningful? WWW.
Yes.
Yeah. Actually, we are used to that, right? Because we know www,
Hmm.
any of our website, we begin www dot.
Mhm.
Okay. So
Yeah.
what went well and
Well,
EBI, even better if.
yeah.
Do you think that that can help you in your talking to yourself or
Yes.
even any project, right?
Yes, when we talk ourselves on a daily basis,
Uh-huh.
like what we can do better, or
Uh-huh.
what are the things we suppose in our entire day. When
Mm-hmm.
we talk ourselves, like
Mm.
what went well,
Mm.
as well as what even better if,
Yeah, yeah,
so it really work, and the next day we can
yeah.
do really better
Really
than
better, yeah. Even
yesterday.
better. That's right. And yesterday. So I think now onwards, maybe a little feedback here. What, when I talk, ourself is wrong. When I talk
To ourselves.
to myself, when I talk to myself, when we talk to
Yes.
ourselves. So two corrections. Number one, when I talk to myself, I
Myself.
myself,
Yes.
when we talk to
Ourselves.
ourselves. Yeah, two.
Ourselves. So what I didn't say that.
I think you said that. Probably I mistook, or maybe I didn't catch. This is the
Yes.
reason why I
Yes.
tell you the last word, the spelling must be
Yes.
pronounced
Very
clearly.
clear. Yes. Yes.
Yeah. So otherwise, I will have doubts like this. Now, if I
Yes.
have doubts like this, that means your listeners will have doubts like this.
Yes.
Your
Yes.
listeners, your audience, whoever you talk to,
Mm.
make them not to ask you, "Hello, Saraswati, could you please repeat?" Let that be
Mhm.
avoided,
Yes.
right?
Yes.
That could be avoided. Anyhow, so that is great actually. So talking to ourselves help us, correct?
Yes. Yes.
It actually helps us very much. I
Yes.
think your daughter, if she starts to talk to herself the right way, asking the right question, it will benefit her a lot. Now, tell me, can we share on some topics that we can ask ourselves? When should we ask ourselves? When should we talk to ourselves? Okay,
Um.
I'll give you an example. Example of Mr. Adil. He is from Bihar, Patna. He is occupying a big position in Maruti Suzuki India Limited, and he does this. He talks to himself. He asks a lot of questions to himself. So when does he talk to himself? He talks before making a phone call to somebody. He talks the whole uh, telephonic conversation that he would have, first of all, to himself.
Mhm.
Then, after that, he would do the real telephonic conversation. And after the talk is over, he will again talk to himself, asking, "Hey, what went well?
Mhm.
Even better if." So, in your life, do you think that this is a rule of the day, or is it only for speaking English, for improving your communication that you follow this practice, or also has it become something deeply ingrained in yourself?
I think not only for learning English language,
Mhm,
even
mhm.
when we talk ourselves, so it
Yeah.
would be helpful for our
Mm,
life.
mm,
Like
mm,
we can live a meaningful life,
mm,
purposeful life,
mm,
and we can avoid doing number of mistakes
mm.
when we communicate with ourselves.
That's right. So it helps you in two ways. One is to become better personally, and also to progress, make sufficient progress in our communication skills and
Yes.
our fluency. Maybe after this session, you ask yourself, how did the session go? How did I
Mhm.
speak? How did Titus speak? What could I learn? What mistakes could I have avoided? So, www, what
Yes.
went well in this session? And then even better if. Now, I told you a while ago, I'm giving you the first feedback. That is, talk to myself,
Yes.
talk to ourselves. But you didn't do that. This time
Again,
when
I
you spoke, yeah, you made the same mistake again. If you check the recording, you will find that. So, I mean,
okay.
becoming conscious. See, asking
Mm.
questions will help us to become
Yes.
more conscious, more aware. So, this time the sentence went like this. Even when I talk myself, even
To
when we
myself.
talk ourselves, talk too. Add that
Okay.
too. Okay.
Mm.
That's wonderful. So every time we make a mistake, remember one thing: when I don't give up,
We go up.
I go up. Make it personal. Instead of saying when we don't make a mistake, we go up. No, when I don't give up, I go up.
I will go. I go on.
Yeah, I go up. That becomes very, very personal, and that gives
Mm.
that push, that gives that lead, that gives us that motivation. Okay, so now we said about this one. Now, in personal life, this is very important. Whenever, see, for example, an assignment. Have you had any assignments to finish when you were a college-going person? Did you have many assignments to finish?
No, sir.
You didn't have many assignments, many
No,
projects
no,
to finish. No
no,
projects to finish.
no.
You sure?
Yes.
Then when did you have some assignments to complete?
Actually, when I was studying that time, as I
Mm.
completed my entire education from village, and only lectures were going on, and notes
Uh-huh.
they provided. Otherwise, that's the only thing we did,
I
and self
see.
study. Yes.
Then when finally did you enjoy doing a project, completing a project, or you have never had a assignment or a
Never,
project
never,
till this
never,
day?
never, never.
Never ever. Okay,
Yes.
that's really sad. How is it today? Does your daughter get a lot of assignments
Yes,
already? She is already
yes,
here.
yes.
So at least you have the
Only when
joy
I
of
was
sitting with
in B.Ed, because I did my B.Ed from Mumbai University. That time
uh-huh.
I got number of assignments, projects.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Yes.
Tell me one assignment or one project that you really loved completing. After that, you asked a question like this, and maybe you got some feedback or something like that. How did you approach that topic?
Actually, my experience was really very bad because, as I told before that, I never got any type of project assignment, so
Uh-huh.
I had no idea.
Uh,
So I
Okay.
faced a number of difficulties completing one
Mm.
single project.
Uh-huh.
Yes.
Okay. So you couldn't complete, or you could complete, or you had to
Yes,
get the
I
help of somebody.
completed with the help of my friends.
I
Yes.
see. So, and then how did they help you? Like, was it typing, or was it giving you the full substance of the project, or how?
Actually,
How was the
I think
assignment?
they were also on the same page. They were also
Mm-hmm.
struggling like me, but
Mm-hmm.
they were aware of the things. But I was totally blank at that time. That was the
Mm-hmm.
difference I can say. And even professors,
Okay.
most of the professors, they always helped me because they knew that she came from village, but still she is she was doing really very hard work to complete everything.
I see. Actually, before this session, I was with somebody else, and with that somebody else, we discussed a lot of, difficulties that rural people face, our
Yes.
villagers face, difficulties, and that went on very well. In fact, we had quite a lot to discuss. I gave so much, but then we were not able to complete our conversation because the learner had so much to say. It looks like Saraswati has very little to say today. You should also be, proud to speak at this time when you have this chance to speak like mad. Go speak more, and then you will improve. There is
Even
no other.
one of my professors, she was really very
Mm,
humble with everyone. And
mhm,
one time, what happened? I had a lesson like
uh-huh,
every student had to complete 15 lessons, and
mhm,
15 others we have to observe. And for that
oh,
purpose, I had to travel by local train. And
uh-huh,
one incident happened. I fell down from the train, from
oh,
the running train,
are
and
you
got
sure?
injured. And in the
Mhm,
same condition, I reached to the that place, and I
mhm,
was, I think, 15 or 20 minutes late. But that
okay.
professor allowed me to enter into the class, and I observed the lesson. And when
Mm,
she came back, like in the college, that
mm,
time, from that only, all the professors they did a meeting and decided from now no one will wear would wear sari at the time of
oh, oh, oh,
observing the lessons, because
oh.
after watching my condition, they decided
Uh,
that.
because of they decided that you might slip and fall or something like that.
Yes,
Uh-huh. Not nobody pushed you, right? Like nobody you pushed you out from the train, right? No,
actually, even you can't imagine how
the
much rush
rush.
is in the local train.
Mm, mm, mm.
Yes.
Okay, so that is what it is. Now, the other day, I think we had a little. I had prepared a little lesson on what's her name, Arulima, the girl with the prosthetic leg, the lady with the prosthetic leg.
Arunima
Ah,
Sinha.
Arunima Sinha, yes, from Uttar
Yeah.
Pradesh. She
Yes.
was actually pushed from the train by necklace snack.
Yes.
What is it called?
Snatch. Snatcher.
Snatchers. Yeah,
Snatcher.
she was. There were these people who were there, group of thieves, so to say, and they were out there to grab, to snatch chains and anything that was gold. All right. Now, Arunima, she resisted, and then in the process, she was pushed out of the train. And then she fell, she lost her left leg, and she became an amputee. But in the hospital bed, she decided to climb Mount Everest with a prosthetic leg. and thereafter she became very famous. And then now today she is actually a motivational speaker, and she is also the recipient of Padma Vibhushan, or one of those awards that the
Yes,
nation gives to people who show exceptional courage. So,
yes,
so your 15 sessions, 15 lessons you prepared well, and that went well, right? You had to
yes,
prepare all by yourself,
yes,
and
yes.
then they are called the lesson plans, correct?
Yeah, yes, lesson
They are
plan.
the lesson plans. Now, so those days you didn't have this, what shall we say, chat GPT or anything
No,
like
nothing
that
was
to
available. I
help you.
prepared everything by myself.
I see. And then now, what is the use of all those 15 lesson plans you did? Now you're not actually teaching, right? So, do
Yes.
you still keep them with you? Do you still look at those lesson plans once in a
Yes,
while? Do you?
actually, I
Then,
kept all the files because
yeah.
I got really wonderful feedback from the professors, and
Mm-hmm.
I sometimes I show it to my daughter.
Uh-huh.
Yes,
So
one day I
basically,
will also show you.
I'll be happy to see them because it will be good
Yes,
to read the feedbacks that the professors have given. And with such care, I think meticulous care that you put in, you have prepared your lesson plans in the best way possible, right?
yes, yes.
Yeah. And how about the experience of teaching the 15 lessons, observing the 15 lessons? Can you come up with one lesson that you observed and that you found the teacher really exceptionally great in her teaching methods and ways that she used in any? Do you remember any of them out of 15? I think at least you will remember a few,
Not
maybe.
able to recall because two subjects. One was English and second was
Ah,
economics. I,
economics. Okay.
yes.
Okay.
And
Economics.
in English, I think I taught when mostly that lesson plan was in
Mhm.
December month, and we
Uh-huh.
taught only lessons like
Okay.
academic lessons. I only
Okay.
taught.
All
Yes.
right. All right.
And when I
Mhm.
taught, mostly professors sit in
Mhm.
the class and they observe us,
Okay,
and
okay.
immediately they gave me the feedback.
Uh-huh. There and then, there and then.
Yes, yes, there and there. And sometimes one professor was there, and in between, she
Uh-huh.
always come in front and started
Mhm.
teaching.
Mhm. Oh, she would show you
Mhm.
the right method to teach, right way,
Yes, yes,
right? Oh, okay. How
yes.
did you feel? Did you at any time feel, what shall we say, scared of it? Or you felt put down by them? Or you felt humiliated? Or you felt totally motivated, inspired? What kind of feelings went through your mind those days when you
Actually,
were
what
doing your
happened
observation?
after preparing all the lesson plans?
Hmm.
First, all months
Yeah.
it was checked by the professors.
They were checked by. It was no,
Yes,
they were checked by.
they
Okay.
were checked by the professors, and
Mm.
one professor, as I told, her name was Pratibha Patil.
Uh-huh.
Not only me, every
Mm.
student, she
Mm.
rebuked a lot for almost 1 hour.
Oh my. All
Whenever
right.
the children, means students started crying,
Uh-huh.
that much she
Like
started means rebuking or scolding the
she would
scolding.
point out, she would point out every little mistake.
Yes, yes,
At the same time, she would point out every bit that she considered something really good,
yes.
both the merits and the
Because
demerits of a lesson
one
plan.
whole entire year, all the
Uh-huh.
80 students, we cried every day.
My God. Only when she was there. This Pratibha, this
Yes,
particular
because
professor.
of her only.
I
But she
see.
was
Do you think?
so disciplined, and we
Uh-huh.
can learn only by watching her personality.
I see. So her personality spoke a lot more than at the
Yes,
actual teaching itself.
yes,
Okay. Actually, in teaching in a classroom setup, after you have finished around 15 such lesson presentation, the observations and all, what do you feel? Is it our way of our dress code, our appearance, and the way we present ourselves? This is also important, right? It's not just a subject knowledge, right?
yes, yes,
Yeah. Why is it that important? Like, why is that important to children when they see their teacher properly dressed, properly in the right
yes.
attire? What do you think will be going on in the minds of the students who watch
Yes,
that?
even after entering into the class,
Uh-huh.
suppose sixth to tenth class students,
Yeah.
mostly they means make a noise.
Uh-huh.
And what was her method? She
Mm-hmm.
never told like be silent and nothing like that. She always entered into the class and sit silently and watching all around the entire students.
Sat
And
silently and began to watch
within
everybody.
1 minute, all the
Uh-huh.
students became silent.
Uh-huh.
And when
Oh,
I was teaching for 1 year, because after completing my means graduate BEd, I joined
okay.
a school and there
Yeah.
I taught 1.5 year. And the
Mm-hmm.
same process I followed, and I
Uh-huh.
got the result also.
Really? Oh my God. I would like to add in something here. Even I did follow that when I was with my students. The first thing is that as a teacher, I would just go straight away, sit down, and then everything becomes calm and quiet, and the whole classroom is there for you to teach. But one strange method I used to follow when the class became noisy and mischievous, and that was, imagine I was in a foreign country and two countries there. Each time the class became rowdy, became absolutely boisterous, mischievous, and all, I would shout something in my mother tongue, Malayalam. They would understand nothing of what I would be speaking. And so immediately when they heard some strange sounds around them, they kept quiet. The whole class was also silent that way. I think what were some other ways that your friends managed to bring in discipline into every class? How did they? Okay, this was one way. What about another other ways?
Mostly after entering into the class, teachers say used to say, my friend mostly keep
Mm-hmm.
quiet, and this type of or maybe shouting
Mm-hmm.
after.
Yeah. Yeah.
Yes, because here we got municipal schools to
Mm-hmm. Yeah.
observing all the lessons as well as for
Oh.
giving our lessons. And you know
Uh-huh.
that municipal students, they really do not means they are not ready to stop their mouth for even a
Oh,
single second.
shut their mouths. Okay.
Yes,
Okay. So they keep talking and talking and talking.
yes,
Right. It's very difficult for a teacher to have classes
yes.
that time, right? And then you kept your cool. You never shouted at them. You never shouted back at them. No. So your
No,
method was different. So that time, actually, in such a situation, what would you do? You would just look at them, allow them to do
yes,
what they want,
yes,
allow them
yes.
to do what they want.
No, no,
Oh
no.
my.
After just watching on me, they
Mm.
immediately became silent.
Silent. Okay.
And they were like 10 students,
Mm-hmm. Okay.
10 class
Okay.
students.
Would you call them by name, or you would call them by, hey, stand up, or you would say, call a
Uh,
name and say, okay,
when I
and
was
then stand up?
teaching,
Uh-huh.
that time I called by name, but when
Mm-hmm.
I was just going for giving lessons, that time I
Mm-hmm.
was not aware of their names.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. Those days are terrible days. I consider this model, what shall we say, observation times, one of the hardest times in a teacher's life. Most of us
Yes,
would not be able to speak much. We are not at our natural, what shall we say, we lose all our normal way of teaching, and we put on some artificial ways there. We become completely automatons, like machines that time. We don't even know what we would be doing there in our classrooms. All right, so that is about our life. Today is actually very important to recall the changes that have come in the field of teaching, right? With all the smart boards that we can think of, with
yes.
all the projectors, overhead projectors, and then laptops, iPads. I think everything is different today. Does your child, your daughter, does she carry something like that to school? She is
No,
asked to carry her laptop or iPad or
no,
something like that? No.
no.
Okay, that has not yet. She has not reached that stage. Does she come and share every day some strange stories, some
Yes,
strange
she stays
happenings in the
every
school?
with me, and every time when she comes from school,
Mhm.
she shares everything with me.
Right.
Yes.
Does she say very many good things about her teachers, or a few not so good things also, like what she didn't find okay?
whenever she tries to talk any
Mm,
not good things, mostly
mm.
my husband tells her, you should not speak in this way because you should always keep everything in a positive way.
Uh-huh. Yeah, I
Yes,
think that is where I think most of the times the teachers try to give such lucid explanation. But
yes,
sometimes, students take advantage of such lucid explanation. That's why.
yes,
But I think if we can go to them for a candid conversation, things will be much better. You will
uh,
be able to establish a rapport. Most of the times, I think sometime back uh, we did land on this particular word, rapport. It is important that your daughter and the teachers have a good rapport between the two of them,
yes,
or between them, and then everything happens. And then I think there is another beautiful word, and that is called docile docility, meaning to say willingness to accept, willingness to be obedient, willingness to be trained, willingness to
yes,
be shaped, willingness to be molded. Hey teacher, I am docile. I want to be docile. I want to be as obedient as possible to you. So docile, docility, beautiful word. I think if your daughter can you pick on that word, that will be wonderful. Docile, docility. Okay, I think
yes,
so. That's about that. Thank you for joining the session. Let me give you a little more. See, oh no, the same feedback. But apart from that, the feedback remains the same. No problem.
even
Even when
when
I talk to myself,
you
or even when we talk to
oh,
ourselves, become more
mm,
conscious of that, and become
oh,
more consistent with the with the tenses that we use. I think don't mix present tense with past tense. Become more consistent with the use of tenses. Right? Then
yeah,
anything else? Shall we call it a day?
yes.
I think
And
you
I
have
think I
come
have
back.
another session at 11:30.